Welcome back to Green Devils, Ireland's newest Manchester United fan channel. I'm Brian Casey, and today we're going to get into all the latest Manchester United news. First story up today, according to a report by David MacDonald from the Mirror, Erik ten Hag is set to sign a new two-year contract at Manchester United. The deal is said to be worth around £27 million and will take ten Hag up to 2027. It's also been reported by Fabrizio Romano that the deal is almost complete and could be announced this week. Part of the deal looks to see Ruud van Nistelrooy coming in as part of the coaching staff. Van Nistelrooy is set to turn down the chance to manage Championship side Burnley to join Ten Hag. Now, what that means for Mitchell van der Gaag and Steve McLaren, only time will tell, but I'm excited to see Ruud coming back to United. He's a club legend, knows the club, knows what it means to win, and what he can teach Rasmus Højlund. I'm excited to see it. He should definitely improve Rasmus anyway. Also on that, from Fabrizio just a few moments ago, United are planning to add go-ahead Eagles manager for René Haak to the coaching staff ahead of next season. For those that don't know, Go Ahead Eagles are a Dutch team in the Eredivisie. I don't know much about René Haak, so we'll have to keep an eye on that story and see how it develops. But it looks like we're going full Dutch on the coaching staff. So let's wait and see. Second story today, by Alex Crook from TalkSport. So we can probably take this with a pinch of salt. But he's reporting that PSG are considering a move for Marcus Rashford this summer. The French team could step up their interest if they receive encouragement that Rashford is open to a move. Personally, I wouldn't like to see Rashford going. I think he's been a great player for United. I know he's been fairly inconsistent over the past number of seasons. Last year obviously was pretty poor by his standards, especially given the season he had the year before. But I still think he can offer a lot to United. Saying that, if an offer came in from around the 80-85 million mark, it'd be hard to turn it down, and I definitely think a discussion would have to be had. But look, ultimately it's going to come down to Marcus and what he wants to do. Look, maybe he wants to see if he can win back the fans after they kind of fell out of love with him last season, or he might want a fresh start and move to a club where he could feel loved. Let's wait and see. We'll keep an eye on that one, but let's wait and see. Those rumours have always been there with PSG. The interest has always been there, so let's wait and see what happens come the summer. The next story, David Ornstein is reporting that Olympique Marseille are interested in signing Mason Greenwood. Both clubs been in talks, early stages, but talks between the player and Marseille are said to be positive, and Greenwood is said to favour a move to the French club over other options at the moment. I'm not going to say too much about this. I don't want Mason Greenwood back at the club. I think many fans don't want him back. So hopefully this deal can get done, because I think it's best for all parties involved, and then we can just move on from the Mason Greenwood saga. And then lastly today, this story broke yesterday, but there's talk of INEOS selling the naming rights to Old Trafford in order to fund a new build or refurbish the Theatre of Dreams. Now, I know this has divided the fan base, but for me, I think if it's whether it's a new build or it's a lick of paint on the current stadium, it'll always be Old Trafford. And don't forget, the area around the stadium is also called Old Trafford. So I think the Old Trafford name will always be there and will always be associated with the club. And David MacDonald from the Mirror is also reporting this morning that Manchester United will consult supporters before deciding whether to go ahead and sell the naming rights to Old Trafford. He goes on to say that only last year Sir Jim Ratcliffe dismissed the notion of selling the naming rights as a means of generating extra revenue. He claimed Old Trafford was sacrosanct and sponsoring it was off limits, and his direct quote was, "That would be heresy. I would not change it. It's always Old Trafford." Now, it's easy for him to say that, but look, we've seen in the past, money talks, so we'll wait and see what happens with that one. But that's all from me today. This has been Green Devils, Ireland's newest Manchester United fan channel. This is your community, so get involved in the comments and let me know what you think. Subscribe to the channel to be part of our growing family of Manchester United supporters. We'll catch you in the next one.